what about you as a kid? Like, were you hyper empathetic? Did you struggle with empathy for others? Like, do you have any memories about that?
I think I just wanted to be alone all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, I had at most 2 or 3 friends up until I was probably 17, 18. So for my entire childhood, I had 1 or 2, maybe 3 friends, and that was it. Like, other than that, leave me alone. I want to be alone. I want to be in my room. Even like when I was really young, before I developed certain phobias that had kept me out of nature, I used to climb trees a lot and stuff, but it would be alone. Yeah. It would always be alone. And that's probably the thing where, like, how did nobody see? How? Yeah. Did nobody see that this kid was weird? Mm-hmm. Because I did not want to be around other kids. I did not want to be around other adults. Mm-hmm. Like, just alone.
Game of Thrones, I think, was when I realized, was it Game of Thrones? Or, well, subtitles really work for my brain because I had so much trouble following for the first few episodes. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many, even though I'd read the books, right? Mm-hmm. It's just, I can't always match faces to names. And then they're suddenly like, their clothes are different, or they have scruff and they didn't before. And I'm like, I don't know who that is. Do we know this person? You know? Yeah. There you go. The other
face
signs
blindness.
I should have known.
Yeah. Oh, I have that problem as well. Oh my God. I do not remember names or faces. Like, I have to know people or have met them in a very intense setting to be able to remember them.
I have to actively try to memorize their face, or like, it's got to be completely stress-free. But normally when I'm being introduced to someone, it's like there's this adrenaline or something that kicks in, and I don't remember either their name or their face.
Private parties are the worst. Where you're like being introduced to 5 or 6 new people, and you're like, yeah. I remember one of my birthdays at one point, and I was a full-grown adult at this point. Yeah. 2 guests, 2 young men were both bringing their new girlfriends that I had never met before.
Oh no.
And I think they were like both brunettes, and they were both kind of short. Yeah. And other than that, they were completely different. Like, other than that, I should have been able to tell them apart, but I couldn't. I kept like mixing them up because like, I was at my own party. I know everybody else here except for those 2 people, but I'm kind of tipsy, and you both have the same kind of hair, and I can't. Yeah, no, I have to like, it's so embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I have to like either have talked for a while and like deliberately memorized features. I once, like, I worked 1 shift in a coat check at a very busy art gallery. And during that shift, I was like, I don't remember who gave me this tag. And now I have, or who gave me the coat. Now I have to give them the tag, but you go and hang up the coat to get the tag. And it's like, so I had to start being like, okay, you kind of look like a less attractive celebrity. Like, I would try to be like, which celebrity do you remind me of? And I would have to play games or pay attention to a specific feature. Like, oh, you have really bushy eyebrows, whatever it was.
That's a very autistic trait, is to like ruminate over social mistakes or things you have done that you then realized were wrong. And it just never stops. Like, I had to learn to meditate myself to sleep as a teen. Yeah. And I'm so sad that I didn't discover it until then, but like I kind of invented my own way of doing it. Yeah. I didn't even know that meditation was a thing. Like, I'm very uncultured. But like, I had to find a way to meditate myself asleep, because otherwise I would spend hours ruminating on old experiences and memories and things I had done wrong, or things where other people had misunderstood me. And it would just be never ending. Oh yeah. And I could like ruminate myself into a full-on anxiety attack or like suicidal ideation. Yeah.
I'm playing all of my embarrassing moments in my head right now. Like,
And it's like, why does this movie not stop?
Right? And we have such long memories. Autistic Tidbits of Tangents.